The invisible wound of a relationship with a narcissist. You should know this before it's too late. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. Today's topic is going to be the invisible scars of the relationship. Think about that for a minute, everyone. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. Hey there, wonderful viewers. Today, we're delving into a topic that's as real as it gets. Scars. But hold on a moment, because we're not just talking about the kind you can see on your skin. We're talking about the scars that run much deeper, the ones left behind by narcissistic relationships. You see, scars aren't always visible to the naked eye. Sure, we've all had those childhood scrapes and bruises that leave physical marks on our bodies. But the scars from narcissistic relationships, they're different. They're the kind that linger long after the wounds have healed, haunting us mentally, emotionally, financially, and even spiritually. So, join us as we explore the unseen scars of narcissistic relationships and uncover their profound impact on our lives. Let's dive in. After a narcissistic relationship, it's crucial to heal, even though the scars may linger. We have to accept that the pain is part of the journey toward healing. We need to process what happened, take it slow, and recognize that we're the top priority now. But those scars, they'll stick around for a while. They'll fade over time, but we can't just brush off the past. We've got to learn from it and use those lessons in the present. Think back to when you were in that mess. Chances are, you didn't have boundaries or a voice. You were getting trampled in every possible way. And you didn't even know it was a narcissistic situation because, let's face it, they don't teach this stuff in school. The narcissist had the upper hand from day one until you finally put a stop to it. They saw you not as a person, but as a shiny object they could use, manipulate, and toy with. They couldn't love you. They're not wired that way. They're always on the hunt for something they'll never find. Perfection. Every relationship with a narcissist comes with an expiration date, and they know it. They were just biding their time, chipping away at you bit by bit. It was like death by 1,000 paper cuts. You'd do one thing they wanted, and they'd find something else to gripe about. They were always shifting the goalposts, always unhappy because, deep down, they didn't want to be happy. They wanted a punching bag, someone they could abuse whenever they pleased. And unfortunately, that was probably you. The scars from that mess, they'll need time to heal. Slowing down, understanding what really went down, that's all part of the process. And here's the kicker, the narcissist can't introspect. They don't have the capacity to step into someone else's shoes and see how they're affecting them. They can't reflect on their actions or take responsibility for them. In their little world, they're always right, and there are no consequences for their actions. But trust me, their day will come. Whether it's at the hands of another narcissist or someone who won't tolerate their nonsense, they'll get what's coming to them. Right now, we're evolving. We're getting stronger and more aware. We won't put up with anyone's bad behavior anymore, not just the narcissists. But let's face it, that relationship left us bruised in so many ways. I'm not trying to stir up old feelings here, just reminding you that we can't forget what happened. Remember all those times you were manipulated, ignored, or treated like dirt? When you'd reach out, and they'd leave you hanging, making up lame excuses later. And what did you do? You kept making excuses for them, hoping things would get better, longing for that initial euphoric stage. But now we know it was all a sham, just smoke and mirrors. The narcissist saw in you what I see in you now: beauty, empathy, kindness, love, resilience, courage. But they wanted to drain you of all that goodness. I want the opposite. I want to build you up and help you heal. I want you to cross the bridge to indifference, where their games can't touch you anymore. Those scars they left, they've run deep. Falling for someone who couldn't love you back, maybe even had kids with them, only to realize later that things changed the moment you said, I do. They isolated you, cut you off from everything and everyone, just to use you whenever they pleased. The narcissist's attention span is like that of a moth, short. They're always chasing the next shiny thing, never satisfied. But they want to keep you stuck in their low-vibe world. That's where the real damage happens, during the devaluation stage, when you're just a puppet dancing to their tune. You lose yourself, your identity. Your own friends and family don't recognize you anymore. You're doing everything they want, and if you don't, there's hell to pay. But here's the kicker. Every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, and they know it. They usually end with a bang, around some significant event in your life, when they can twist the knife a little deeper. The scars left by a narcissistic relationship are invisible to the naked eye, but very real in your mind. It's a language only those who've been through it understand. Understanding the cycle is one thing, but healing from it and speaking our language is a whole other ballgame. Most people can't grasp the intricacies of the cycle because they haven't lived it, or worse, they're the ones inflicting the pain. Let me paint you a picture. You're all set to go to an event, but on the way there, the narcissist starts a fight out of nowhere. You're probably behind the wheel, navigating traffic while they're screaming in your ear. They're trying to throw you off balance, mess with your vibe. By the time you reach the event, you're frazzled, drained, and your focus is shot. And what does the narcissist do? They act like it's the best day ever. They stroll ahead like they own the place, leaving you in their wake, visibly shaken. It's like they're saying, "Yep, I did it again, left another mark on this person," which was you. And this scenario repeats itself over and over. So, picture this. You're at the event, but you're visibly shaken from the blow-up in the car. People are giving you side-eye, wondering what's up with you. But here's the thing. The narcissist thrives on these moments. They love stirring up chaos and feeding off the negative energy it creates. They want you on their level, feeling small and powerless, while they bask in their superiority. That's why cutting ties and going no contact is the way to go. But here's the kicker. That event was just a tiny piece of their smear campaign. Without you even realizing it, they've already planted seeds of doubt in people's minds. They're questioning your demeanor, thinking something's off about you. And who can blame them? After enduring a high-speed emotional roller coaster on the way there, anyone would be rattled. But to the narcissist, this is all part of their twisted game. It's only after you've healed and gained some distance from the narcissist that the fog lifts and you see things clearly. You start to recognize the manipulation tactics for what they are. Those invisible scars, the ones no one else sees, they start to fade with time as you move further away from the toxic influence. Time's a key player in the healing process, no doubt about it. But it's not the only player on the team. You've got to slow things down, give yourself some space to breathe. Radical acceptance is also crucial. You've got to come to terms with the fact that the person you thought you knew wasn't real, and the relationship wasn't what you thought it was. Let's get real here. The narcissist got you. They slipped into your life wearing a disguise, manipulated you, took everything they could, and then probably tossed you aside like yesterday's news when they found someone new to latch onto. And here's the kicker. They can't change. They never loved you, they don't love you now, and they won't love the next victim. They might fake it pretty darn well, but deep down, they're just in it for themselves, always chasing that next hit of validation. You know that fairy tale idea of riding off into the sunset with your narcissistic partner? Yeah, forget about it. Once the honeymoon phase is over, reality hits like a ton of bricks, and you realize you're playing second fiddle in your own life. The dynamic is totally skewed in favor of the narcissist, leaving you with a measly 1% if you're lucky. Think about all the times you waited around for them, all the mind games they played, all the missed opportunities, all the relationships they sabotaged. It's a laundry list of manipulation and heartache that leaves deep scars. And let's not forget about the kids caught in the crossfire, the holidays ruined, the vacations soured. No one is immune to the damage of the narcissistic relationship, not even the narcissists themselves. You know, some folks out there might say, I'd love to see the narcissist get what's coming to them. But honestly, I don't wish that on anyone. Still, it's no secret that narcissists enjoy watching others suffer, while they themselves deal with their own demons behind closed doors. They're constantly glued to their phones, trying to distract themselves from facing the mess they've made of their lives. And let me tell you, they're not getting any younger, and they know it. Their bag of tricks isn't as effective as it used to be, and people are starting to catch on to their games. But here's the thing, they're not just hurting you, they're hurting themselves too. Every night, they're haunted by the ghosts of their past actions, the relationships they destroyed, the lies they spread. It's like they're inflicting 1,000 paper cuts on themselves, just like they did to you. And guess what? They're probably doing the same thing to their new supply, because they can't stand the thought of being exposed for who they really are. Now, I'm not just preaching from on high here. I've been through it too. I've got scars just like you. But here's the good news: we can heal. We can rise above all the pain and the chaos and reach a place of indifference, where the narcissist and their drama no longer have any power over us. So hang in there, folks. Keep moving forward on your healing journey. You're not alone, and you're stronger than you think. Take care, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.